This is our new module, SQL Structured Query Language. So SQL stands for Structured Query Language, and in some application, it is also referred to as DSL or Domain Specific Language. So basically, it is used for managing and manipulating data held in a relational database management system. As I earlier also told you that SQL will only work over RDBMS. So SQL help us to create data, manipulate data, delete data, and share the data. Okay. Basically, in simple words, we can say SQL is a language which help us to talk with any relational database management system. Got it?
Yes, sir.
To interact with any RDBMS, we need to use SQL. That is structured query language. Now, there is a question, why we called it as structured query language? So there is a reason, because as we already seen in the table that every data that we have storing in RDBMS, we stored it in the form of structured way by creating tables, by creating columns, by creating primary keys, foreign keys, creating multiple relations. That's why we call this language as structured query language, because it will work on structured data. So why should you learn SQL? So SQL is a language agnostic, which make it a language that can be easily learned and comprehended. So it's just a simple language, similarly like you can say similar like English. Okay. It is also
Yes, sir.
supported by all the modern database systems such as Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server, dbeaver, and there are so many database systems which support SQL language. Now, SQL commands majorly divided into two subcategories. The first one is DDL, that is data definition language, and the second one is DML, that is data manipulation language. So let's understand each of the uh, categories one by one. So DDL. So majorly there are three syntaxes in DDL, and the purpose of using DDL language, DDL commands in SQL is to try to define the structure of the table, try to define the database structure of the table, columns, all the keys, all the constraints. So using DDL command, we can define the structure of our entire schema. So majorly there are three commands: create, alter, and drop. So create, it is used to create database, tables, primary keys, foreign keys, and etc. Now alter is used to change the structure of the table. Now how? If we have already created a table and we want to add a new column, or we want to drop the existing column, or we want to modify the name of existing column. So we need to use alter command. So it is used to change the structure of the table. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Now the third one is drop. So it is used to drop the table, column, or the entire database. So this is, you can say, a command which can delete entire databases within seconds. Now let's move to the DML statements. So DML statements, it you can say these are used to deal with the data. Okay, so there are three commands. The first one is insert, update, and delete. So insert command is used to add data to the existing column in the table. So we can add the records into the column using insert command. Second one is update. So this command is used to update existing rows in the table of the RDBMS. So if we want to update any record, let's say I have a record, let's say I have a transactional record of a person who deposits ₹1,000 in his bank. Okay, so we want to change his city. Previously it was Delhi, and now we want to change it as Noida. So using update command, we can change the record in the table.
Yes.
Then the delete. So this command is used to delete specific rows from the table of RDBMS. So mainly delete command will delete the rows from the table. Now there is a important question. What is the difference between drop and delete? So drop will remove, will delete the
Let's start
entire
with
structure of the table. Okay. And
yes.
delete will only remove the records from the table based on the condition. And there is one more command, truncate, that will delete entire record in a one go. Okay, delete will work on the basis of condition. Even we can delete entire record if we not specify the condition, but in truncate we do not need to specify any condition. It will delete all the records in one go. Now, so is this clear? DDL and DML?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now there are some SQL command. So the first one is select. So this is used to read the data. Second one is where. It is used as a conditional statement to filter out the data. So if we want to filter out the data, we will use where clause. Then there are some operator which can be used along with the where clause, are or, and, in, and between. Basically, these are the operator which can be used along with the where clause. Then the like. So like is a logical operator that checks whether a string contains a specified pattern or not. So mainly it will search the pattern that you are trying to find. Okay.
Yes.
So the following two wildcards are used to specify the pattern. So these are the two wildcards. Percentage allows you to check with a string of any length, and the underscore allow you to check with a single character. So we will use all this command on our MySQL software. For now, just understand the purpose of using it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then the fifth one is group by clause. So it groups the data that have the same values based on the specified condition. So it will group the values based on the conditions. Now having, so it is used as a where clause in conjunction with the grouping statement. So like it is all, having clause is also used to filter out the data, but it will only run on grouping statement. Okay, it will work after the group by clause.
Yes, sir.
And the order, so it is used to sort the data in ascending and descending order. So all these SQL commands are clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now there are some aggregation, grouping, and inbuilt functions. So aggregate functions are count. It will count the total number of records specified the given condition. Sum return the sum of all the non-null values. It will not take null values. Average returns the average of the non-null values. Minimum return the minimum specified. A null is not included. Okay. Maximum return the maximum of the specified value. Null is not included again. There are some common string function which will work on string data type values like lower, upper, substring, index, and length. There are some date and time function also. We can use over MySQL software using SQL queries. So that is current time, month, year, day name. So these are some inbuilt function provided in SQL language. Here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, regular expression. So a regular expression is a pattern matching operation available in MySQL with the help of a regex operator. So it is just similar like like command. Okay, it is also used to search the any pattern in your table. So it is case insensitive and provides powerful and flexible pattern match capability. It also supports a number of meta characters, giving more control while performing pattern matching. Okay, so like it provides some additional feature while searching any pattern in the table. We will see in the practical session. Now the nested query. So nested query is a query within another query. The inner query is known as the subquery. It performs an operation, the output of which is used by the main query to perform additional operation. So basically, nested query is what? It is a query within another query, and the operation performed by inner query, which is used by the main query to perform additional operations. So that is called nested query. Is it clear? Nested query?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Great. Now let's move to the views. So a view is a virtual table created as a result of operation on a single table or multiple table. Basically, what is a view? It's just a virtual table. Okay. A view can be treated like any other table and can be further updated or deleted. So we can, like, this is just like a normal table. We can update it, we can delete it. Okay. So the main purpose of creating view is, you can say, to provide limited access of the main table to the user. That's why the company used to create views. Like a big company, there is a MNC company, they do not want to provide the complete access of the full table. So what they will do, they will just create a view that of few columns that are required by the analyst, okay, that are required by the data analyst, and create the view. So you can just access that view, not the entire table. So this leads to data security for the company. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So when you create a view, there is a no separate storage layer for storing this table. So view do not have any physical, or do not have any storage layer in the schema design, in the ERD. Okay. So one major advantage of creating a view is data security. So let's read the example also. Suppose you have confidential data and you need to make a specific column available to a user who is denied access to the rest of the data. In such cases, views can be used to extract the specific data, which is then shared with the user while keeping the main table hidden. As a result, end user can only see the view. So as I told you, the company want to share only limited columns with the user, whatever are required. Is it clear? Views.
Yes,
Also,
sir.
create the views in our practical session, so we will see it later also. Okay. Now, joins. What are join? So a join keyword is used to join two or more tables by matching the columns of one table to the columns of another table. So mainly there are four types of join: inner join, outer join, left join, and right join. So let me get this. Okay. Okay, let's see this example to understand the inner join. First of all, let's read the definition. So inner join combines the rows of two tables that have a matching value or satisfy a given condition. Now, what does it mean? Let's suppose we have two tables. So inner join will only return the matching record from both the tables. Got it? Let's understand with the help of this example. You are able to see the order table.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and also the customer table, right?
Yes.
Okay, so there are two table, order table and customer table. Just look at the inner join table, the resultant table created through inner join. Just look at that one on the upper right corner. Okay, so we are joining these two tables based on this column cust ID, because this is the matching column in both the table. So to apply any type of join, we must ensure that there should be a matching column in both the table. So in these two tables, we are able to find cust ID in order table and cust ID in customer table. So both the column are same.
Yes.
It means we can apply the join. Now, how inner join will work? So inner join will only return the matching record. So you can see in cust ID column, there is C02 in upper table and also there is C02 in lower table.
Lower.
Except this value, there is no matching value in both the column, right?
Yes.
So it will return all the corresponding record for C02 cust ID in the resultant table created by inner join. You can see there is just a single cust ID C02 and all the corresponding record are there in this table. Order 1, date and the name Rick. Is it clear how the
Yes,
inner
sir.
join will work?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the next one is outer join. So it combines all the rows of two tables regardless of whether matching value exists. In case the value in one column does not have any corresponding matching value in another table, the record will be returned in the table with null value. Now what does it mean? So outer join says it will return all the record from both the table. Okay.
Hmm.
You can see in order table there is C02, C07 and C09. If you see the table created by outer join in the left lower corner, there is C02, C07 and C09 from the order table. Also, you can see C01 and C03. Okay, so there are all the cust ID from both the table. It means outer join is taking all the values from both the table. It will return all the records from both the table, and wherever is not the join is not able to find the value, it will show you the null. So in order table, order date column, you can see null values. In order ID, you can also see the null value. Now why it is showing the null value? See, just look at the customer ID C01 in resultant table. So for C01, we do not have order ID in order table because C01 is present in customer table. So we do not have the order ID. That's why it is showing null here. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Now the next type of join is left join. So it preserves the rows of the left table while attaching the rows of the right table whose value in the matching column exists in corresponding column of the left table. So basically, what does it mean? Left join will return all the record from the left table and the matching from the right table. Now just look at the left side upper corner, the resultant table from left join. So you can see there are only C02, C07 and C09. So all these three
Yes.
records are present in order table. C02 because this is the left table. Left mean the first table. So C02,
Order table.
yeah, order table. C02, C07 and C09. All the record from the order table, that is the left table. So it will fetch all the records and the matching. So which one is matching in customer table? Only
C02.
C02. So you can see
Hmm.
it is just displaying the customer name for C02, but not for the rest of the customer ID. You can see Rick is there in customer name in resultant table, but not for the other ID. Why? Because there is no value for other ID in customer table. That's why it is not showing the customer name. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, right join is just, you can say, the vice versa of the previous one, the left join. So it preserves the rows of the right table while attaching the rows of the left table whose values in the matching column exist in the corresponding column of the right table. So it says right join will return all the record from the right table. Right table means the second table and
Table.
the matching record from the left table. So you can see in the lower left corner the resultant table created by right join. So here you can see C02, C01 and C03. All these records are present in customer table, the right table. Okay. And the matching. So which one is the matching? C02 is the only
C02.
matching. Yeah. C02 is the only matching record in the order table. Also, you can see we have only order date for C02 because this is the only matching record. For other customer ID, we do not have the order date values because they are not present in customer table. That's why it is showing the null values for order date for rest of the customer ID. Okay, and same in order ID column. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is all about SQL join. I'm repeating it once again. Inner join will fetch all the matching record from both the table. Outer join will fetch all the record from both the table, not the matching. It will fetch all the record. Either they are matching, either they are not matching. Okay, but it will not return duplicate value. It means, as you saw in the earlier in this diagram, the resultant table created by outer join. So C02 present in both the table. So it is not repeating the record for C02 two times. It is just displaying C02 and rest of the values against them in a single row. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the left join. So left join will return all the record from the left table and the matching record from the right table. In right join, it will return all the record from the right table and the matching record from the left table. So basically, these are the join that can be applied between two tables to fetch the data from both the table. Like, why do we require join? See, there might be a condition when we want to fetch data from two tables at a time. Okay, in that type of cases, we need to apply join because using join, we can fetch the data from both the table at a time. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, these are some set operations: union, union all, intersect, and minus. So union must be applied on the result of select query. Basically, all the set operation can be applied on the result of select query only. Union will return unique, or you can say union of the statements. It will return all the unique records from the tables, from a single table. Okay, or you can take multiple table as well also in this. Union all will return all the values from both the table. It will also take duplicate value. Intersect, so intersect will return the matching from both the intersect which are present in both the query. The minus, so minus will return record from left minus the right uh, query result record. Okay, so it is like there is a difference between join and set operation. Join is different thing and set operation are different thing. So we will learn while doing the practical on MySQL. Okay, what is join and what is union, what are set operations. So there are the difference. So this is all about this session. Let's summarize the session once again. So in this session, we discussed about SQL. SQL is a structured query language. It is used to create data, manipulate data, delete data, and share the data also. It's just similar like English language. Okay, it is not hard that much. It's just a simple language. You can learn this language easily. And it will only operate on an RDBMS. Then we discuss the two subcategories of SQL command, that is DDL and DML. DDL stands for data definition language. DML stands for data manipulation language. In DDL, there are majorly three syntaxes: create, which is used to create database, table, primary key, foreign key, etc. Alter is used to change the structure of the table. We can add the table, add the column, we can drop the column, we can modify the column using alter command. Now the drop, it is used to drop the table, used to drop the column, or we can drop the entire database. Now let's come to DML commands. So there are majorly three DML commands: insert, which is used to insert the data into the column; then the update, which is used to update the existing rows in the table of RDBMS; then delete, it will delete the specific rows from the RDBMS. Then we discussed the SQL command select, which is used to read the data, then where clause used for conditional, uh, used for filter out the data, operators or and in between, which can be used along with the where clause, then like, which is used to search the specific pattern, and there are two wildcard, percentage and underscore in like, then the group by, which is used for grouping the value based on condition, and having can be used after group by. Basically, it can be used with grouping statement. Then order used to sort the data. Then we discussed the aggregate, grouping, and inbuilt function. So the aggregate function are count, sum, average, minimum, maximum. The string function are lower, upper, substring index, and length. And the date and time function, current time, month, year, and day name. So these are some inbuilt functions. Then we discuss the regular expression. This is this provides some additional feature while searching the patterns in the table, in the column of the table. Then the nested query is a query within another query, and the inner query is known as the subquery. It performs an operation, the output of which is used by the main query to perform additional operation. So this is called the nested query. Then we discuss the views. So views is what? Views is a virtual table which is created as a result of operation on a single table or multiple tables. What does it mean? It means we can create views from a single table or combining two or more tables. We can create the views. So the main advantage of creating view is the data security. Then we discussed about SQL join. So SQL join is used to join two or more tables by matching the column of one table to the column of another table. So mainly there are four types of join: inner join, outer join, left join, and right join. So we already discussed these join just a few minutes ago. Okay. Now the set operations: union, union all, intersect, and minus. So this is all about this session. This PPT is now completed. Okay, we are done with this PPT.